So you would welcome an XRP ETF then?
We would certainly welcome it, and I think it's inevitable that there'll be, multiple ETFs around different tokens. And I think you'll even see ETFs potentially around baskets that also, I think, further diversify that risk.
Are you in talks with the largest issuers, particularly BlackRock, to get this done?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that. I know BlackRock has said some things publicly. We think it makes sense for the XRP community overall.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we know the NWO loves chaos, because out of chaos comes order. And guys, this world is getting crazy. But guys, right now we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. Don't be scared of the dip, guys. We know they need Bitcoin as collateral on the 5th. And unlike last month, the 5th falls on the weekend. And we know on the weekend we're the only game in town. And then we should be getting a pump after that. But remember, guys, we do have a lot of geopolitical events. You got to watch out for that. But again, open interest normally pumps around that time. It's like clockwork. And we have stocks pulling back. And the only thing we have to do is look at yields. But in crypto, we had 523 million liquidated in 24 hours. That means only the whales can do that. And who is that, guys? The Fed. We know they don't say, I took your money. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates rising. I told you guys, once Jerome Powell leaves, yield rates would creep back up. Right now, we have the dollar slightly down. We have volume in crypto up right now. And then, of course, we have Tether and USDC. And then we have the Fed. Repo at $375 billion yesterday. And again, guys, make sure you're pulling the repo on a daily basis. Yesterday, we pulled back. Today, they went up slightly. And we know that's how they manipulate yields. But, guys, we had the port union leader come out and say they want to automate these ports. And, guys, the only thing we have to do is look over to Europe. Europe already has the high tech. We know they like to test the different technology. They're ready to automate everything. Because we're in crypto, in this space, we know this. And if you're in the West Coast, you're seeing all this technology being tested with the driverless cars. But we know the NWO caused the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. You're just in a simulation. Remember when we had all this chaos in the Red Sea, they had to reroute. If they can reroute this, they definitely can reroute the East Coast, guys. And with all this chaos, it's only going to cause more inflation. Of course, who pays that? That's right, the consumer. The big corporations get to make billions. And then because we have the hurricane in North Carolina, then, guys, we have Elon Musk bringing in the technology. You can use these Starlinks for 30 days at no charge. Just like that, guys. This is how you push adoption without the sheep even knowing. And, guys, we know that's evil genius. And teamwork makes the dream work, because in North Carolina, they have the biggest lithium deposits, and we know they need that lithium to charge the fourth industrial revolution. Guys, you can't make this stuff up, but remember, they need the most highest minerals, in order to make this happen. And that's the reason why you have to get back to the creator. So therefore you have the vision. Remember, they want the robots, algorithms, and drones to take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep to go inside the metaverse, which is nothing but a video game. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs right now are down. And we have Bitcoin ETFs' largest outflows in a month, 243 million after the 8-day streak. And what I always tell you guys, make sure you're looking at the inflows and outflows. And then we have Bitwise officially filed with the SEC for spot Xrp ETF. And remember, the judge and the SEC did say if institutions are buying XRP, it is a security. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have PayPal stablecoin now purchasable on MoonPay in all supported countries except for Canada. And guys, we're saying Canada block a lot. Now, I used to do videos, a lot of videos on all the China payments that were available in Canada. So this is going to be interesting. Also, we have FTX estate prepares to sell 38 million of locked WorldCoin tokens at a discount. Again, guys, we know Pantera Capital is going to have their hands all over it. And of course, Galaxy Digital is in charge, remember, of that estate. So we're going to see where those tokens go. Now we have Swiss bank Taurus and Chainlink partner to drive tokenized asset adoption. So Taurus is going to use Chainlink to tokenize these real-world assets. But guys, remember, everything's going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. Said this a long time ago, and a lot of you who've been with me from the beginning probably laugh. And every time you turn around, they're talking about real assets being tokenized and put on blockchain. And then lastly, guys, we have Pdiddy hires Sam Bankman-Fried's attorney. And guys, you can't make this stuff up. You're definitely living a movie. Only thing you can do is get your popcorn, sit back, and let it play out. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows, when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.
So you would welcome an XRP ETF then?
We would certainly welcome it, and I think it's inevitable that there'll be, multiple ETFs around different tokens. And I think you'll even see ETFs potentially around baskets that also, I think, further diversify that risk.
Are you in talks with the largest issuers, particularly BlackRock, to get this done?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that. I know BlackRock has said some things publicly. We think it makes sense for the XRP community overall. Ripple obviously is a very important stakeholder in the XRP ecosystem, but we're not the only player. And look, we've seen, before the SEC lawsuit, XRP was the second most valuable digital asset. I think because of the headwinds of that lawsuit, we've now seen that largely abate. But the long-term view on these things is about, how do you create utility and really solve real-world problems with these different digital assets?